Hello guys, in this How to Crack series, we will be plan how to crack Avasoft in your college placement drives. So let's get into the video. So starting with eligibility criteria, you should have about 60% in your 10th and 12th and followed by 6.5 CGPA in your college in your college degrees. And then followed by you should not have any active arrears. It's no issues of having a history of arrear, but you should not have any standing arrear at the time of placement drive. And the roles offered are web development, R&D, data analyst, and there are various other roles as well, but the placements process is common for all. So starting with the benefits and perks, and as I usually in Code Club, we don't cover this part because it's variable, but for this time we are covering this. So starting with full-time payment, so we will be getting a package of 5 to 10 LPI CTC, and followed by internship. So at as far first 6 months you will be performing as an intern in the company, so you will be stipend with 10K for each month. And also this company has a bond, it's a 2 years bond, and has a penalty of 1.5 should be paid for training cost. And but there is an opportunity, like if you for the first 4 weeks of internship, if you don't think this company is going to set for you, so you just can get out of the company. Then there's no one going to ask you, there is no bond or payments you need to pay for that. But after the 4 weeks you should definitely pay the bond fee if you're leaving the company. So this is the benefits and perks. And then we will having about 5 rounds. We will be discussing each round in each part. So as we see, so if you need to get a place in Avasoft, we'll be starting with the first round. And yeah, I'll place it here. So the first round is resume screening. This round will take you even if your resume is poor or not. Most commonly, the round starts on second round from group discussion. But let me start with the first round itself. Okay, so for most of the people, the round start with the second round because I don't see a maximum amount of people rejected in the resume training or not. But if you need to have resume good and well, here's my suggestion. So I know there are lots of websites and YouTube channels in the YouTube community to discuss how to prepare a beautiful resume, how attractive resume, single page resumes. That's well and good. But what I am here to say is for particular for Avasoft. So particular for Avasoft, the highest priority is given for your projects. So you should have a good project. So first you need to have a good learning curve in the project. So first starting with learning curve, I would suggest this particular channel, Dave Gray. They have a complete web development playlist. You can go with that. It's about 3 years older, I think so, but still it's worth to learn from that particular channel. You just go and tech stacks. What I suggest is React and Node.js, because here are some channels what I mentioned here where you can build clone applications, and there are several other projects as well. In this particular channels you can build projects in these channels, but for the fundamental basics you should get from this channel. Okay, learn from this channel, then execute in this channel. So that's it. So and the most important thing, the biggest picture is this GitHub. So if you are someone who never used GitHub, go and start using GitHub. And you should know some basic commands in GitHub, but apart from that, you should know what is GitHub, how to use GitHub, how to take projects from GitHub and modify it and re-upload it as saying your name, having your name in the project. But nothing wrong on that if it's a public project. And then you should know how to fetch projects from. So as you see, the big picture is GitHub. So if you're someone who never used GitHub yet, go and explore GitHub, because end of the day you can get lots of projects from GitHub as well in public repositories. And then even if you need to submit your project, you will be going to GitHub right away. You will take your project file, you will host it in GitHub, and you will send the file. You will send the GitHub link to the concerned interviewer. He will check from that particular GitHub repo only. So you just need to have a knowledge of GitHub. So these channels are far good to learn, but at the time of output you should use GitHub and showcase your output. So and then if you clear the first resume screening round, which is not that difficult at all. So next we will be getting to group discussion. So in group discussion, and I will be giving you some common topics that's asked in Avasoft. And apart from that, I will also give you some tips. So let's get into the second round. So my first biggest advice would be, the name of the topic, name of the round, this is group discussion, not a debate. Most of the people should understand that it's not a debate. So you are not going to offend someone, if you are not going to make someone feel guilt for their points. So if you have a point, just share that, and if someone share a point, accept that or listen that. Right? The complete round is just for listening. That's it. Listening. Uh, this complete round is a test is only listening skills, not how you attack someone. No, that's not. And this round takes an average of 20 to 22 students per group, and they will shortlist about 2 to 4 members per group, and the acceptance ratio is so less, I know that, and the package is so high, so the acceptance ratio will be so low. But you can be one of the 2 to 4 members. I will give you the tips to do that. And topics asked are soft skills versus technical skills, and high paying stressful job versus low paying peaceful job. A is good or bad. Practical knowledge versus theoretical knowledge. I know everywhere we have a wishes. We will get a conclusion. It's a debate. No, it's not a debate. It's a GD. So the topic seems to be a debate, but you should understand it's a group discussion. You should not attack someone for their points. Okay. Then starting with the group discussion. So take a screenshot of this page. I'm not going to explain everything, but I have some common tips where most of the people will make mistake of. So if you are given a chance to choose a topic, don't try to defend a negative topic. So if there's a topic like A is good or bad, you should take like A is good, because you should showcase yourself as a likely minded or positive man, right? So you should not defend a negative topic. I know it may be fun to defend a negative topic, but please do that. And this is the most important point: listening. Listen whatever someone says, and repeat that on your talk. So if you hear someone speaking a point, hear that clearly, and when you are making a point over that, repeat what he said once, and you just add your point. Okay. So just like if you said A is good, and you can say, yeah, as the first person said A is good, so here is my view on that, right? And don't write whatever someone speaks. I know it's very hard to listen and recall whatever everyone speaks, but you should not write in a paper, because it shows like you are not that attentive in the meeting, right? You will be busy in your writing. And give a chance for everyone, and there's a last chance for showcase yourself far better than others. There's a summarizing part. So most of this GD will have a summarized part, and the chances of giving us common, anyone can take that, but most of the people don't take that. But if you're someone, you just take the chance, you just summarize whatever happens in the complete meeting. This showcase that you have such a good listening skills. Got it? This is a GD tips for myself. And now, if you have cleared the group discussion round, then we will having technical round 1 and 2. So these much rounds what I have seen is offline rounds. So particular technical round what you are going to see right now is an offline technical round. Next we will having online. So for technical round, the project based knowledge, as I mentioned the first, Avasoft focuses more on your projects. So master the program that you have written. What I mean is, if you have written application code for a program, you should know what the code does, because they will show you the code what you have written, and they will ask the question from that. So at that moment you should not get trapped. So you should know what the program does, and uh, you should know to write a simple part of a code. If they ask you to write, if they ask you to write a login part of the program, you should know the skill to write. And if they ask a particular tag why it is used in your program, you should know why it is used. So learn your program very well. What you have written in your application code, you should know. So that's the reason I have mentioned first learn the fundamentals from there, then go and build the application in the particular three channels what I mentioned. So first, project wise knowledge. So next, resume based questions. As I always mention, resume is your enemy. So if you give the knowledge for your resume more than what you have, then definitely resume will kill you, as I always say. So have only have a single, it's better to have a single page resume, there's nothing wrong in that. And add only the things that you know very very well. In whatever the aspects the interviewer asks the question, you should have the skill to answer that. Like if you have having a subject of interest, make sure that's a subject of interest. Don't make a subject of interest that everyone puts as a subject of interest. If you like the subject, put that, and if you know how to answer questions for the subject, mention the subject as subject of interest. Got it? So, and then followed by on time coding question. You will be given one or two on time coding questions. They will give you ask a program on the same spot and give you a pen and paper and write the code. So, as I always say in my most of the videos, these particular questions won't be that so difficult and get your brain out of your head. No, it's not going to be that difficult. Uh, the coding questions what they are going to ask you is going to be so simple, and it's the most frequently asked questions. So I have a particular video so we have a particular video in Nested Java channel, which is a 30 frequently asked questions. You can follow that as well for this, and in addition to that, you can also learn the easy questions in lead code. So I think it's more than enough for this round, and then let's jump into the next round. So now you have cracked the technical round one, and then you will have technical round two. But I don't have a separate round discussion for technical round two, because this particular round won't be so different. And this round, from what I will get from the people who have participated, they said that it's just like a confirmation. Are you interested now? Just like a confirmation, and then followed by some questions from the round one only. They said like that, but I'm not sure about that. So as I'm not sure about that, I couldn't discuss a lot about round four, and the round three and round four are more or less same. So no worries. So if you prepared very well in round one, I think you can crack technical round two as well. Now you are directly jumping to fifth round. So which is Hatcha round. So as I usually say, Hatcha round is the round where you have been accepted. Like you have been almost selected if you're in Hatcha round. The rejection rate in the Hatcha round is so much so less, because the common question what they are going to ask is, are you interested in Avasoft? And then there can be questions like, will you work in night shift, will you work in day shift? Because most of the shifts what Avasoft offers is night shift, I hope so. And so you should be mentally ready for that as well, and they will test your mental ability to do that, because it's a common question they will ask. So family background, what is your heart and what is your passion. So that's it. So you are in place. You should be very clear, in place. Have a calm mind, attend the HR round, get back with the offer letter. That's it. So this is what I have for you for Avasoft, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And I don't have a particular study material for Avasoft as we usually do in a how to crack series. So if I got, I will add in the description. I will have a common repository for all the companies and the study materials. I will add in the description. You just check whether Avasoft is available in that or not. If it's not, I don't get the study material yet. If it is, you just prepare with that. And you can also, it's a public repository, you can also order study materials from your hand. And I'm so happy if you added so. And thank you for watching this video, and see you in my next video. Bye.